Okay, hold on. Okay, I think I'm good, right? All right, so I am totally okay. I am really excited because it's the year 2020. Oh my God, it is so big right now because it's the year 2020. And if you are someone who has any kind of ambition or a goal or a desire, this is your year. Sorry, I said that wrong. If you have any kind of goal, ambition, or desire, and you've been working really hard at it, you've been paying attention to details, you've been studying, you've been digging deep and planning and really like weighing your options and all this kind of thing. If you've been doing that, then you are going to feel so rewarded this year. And it is on for us because I'm a hardworking, badass butterfly. And I got to tell you, I'm already feeling the shift in my own consciousness. So I'm going to, um, my name's Crystalline Bell, just in case you didn't know that. And I'm doing a weekly live stream here every Wednesday at 8 o'clock a.m. Pacific Standard Time. The live stream is called Jailbreak Your Heart and Howl at the Moon. And this is a part of my program that I'm running online for free right now. Okay, it's free. If you haven't signed up already, then please do. I think, I think there's a link in my Instagram feed. If there's not, like in my link tree in Instagram, but if not, forgive me. I will put one there. um, Anyway, so this program that I started is really awesome. It's a year-long program and it works with the energy of the current sun transit. So right now the sun is in Capricorn. So we are going to be working with the energy of Capricorn to heal your shadow stuff. So your fear, doubt, resistance, pain, suffering, any place you're suffering, but also we'll work with the light aspects. So we're going to work on your goals, your desires, your ambition, what your heart says, getting your heart open. And my ultimate goal is to help you escape from the prison of unworthiness and to help you give birth to your badass butterfly. So look, I explain all that on my program page. My program is called Jailbreak Your Heart and Howl at the Moon. If you really want to find out about it now, because I'm like live streaming and I can't do links, haven't quite figured out the technology yet. I can't figure that out yet. Need a little more time. If you want to look it up, just search Jailbreak Your Heart and Howl at the Moon, and you will find it very easily. So, what I'm doing in that program is helping you transform from a caterpillar to a badass butterfly. And we use the sun transits as it moves through each sign, and we use the moon as it moves through each sign when it's new and when it's full. So, on January 10th, today is the 8th, double checking, hold on. Today is the 8th. So on January 10th at 11:21 Pacific Standard Time, the moon rises full in the sign of Cancer. So when the sun is in one sign, the full moon is in the other sign. Okay? It's opposite sign, I mean. So sun is in Capricorn, full moon is in Cancer. And what you can see is that I've just created a doorway. And whenever there's a doorway, there's an invitation for you to walk through into the next level of your being. So, what the sun in Capricorn and the full moon in Cancer does is it creates an opportunity for you to come into your desires and ambitions right? That's what the sun does. Sun is outward. It's light, it's bright, it loves lightness and making things happen in the world. The moon is darkness, shadowy, and it likes making things happen, or it likes nurturing things along as they happen in the inner world. So you have the sun inviting you to step into your heart's desires, and you have the full moon saying, hey, let's see what's blocking us on a subconscious level from giving birth to our desires. So, what we do with the full moon is we do a lot of shadow work. We look at where we feel powerless, where we feel resistant, where we're not in alignment with the things we desire. And we do things to very lovingly, but very powerfully transform those negative feelings. So, my Jailbreak Your Heart and Howl at the Moon program does that every month. It takes you through the 12 different sectors of your life, which correspond to the 12 different sectors of the zodiac wheel. And we shed light on what your heart desires, and we um, nurture, support, and love the things that are blocking your desires so that those things can get out of the way. so that we can so that we can have a more fulfilled life where we are actually nurturing and thriving the things that work for us. So in this weekly live stream, I'm going to be broadcasting and talking about whatever's going on in the program, and inviting you to join me in the program so that you can do this work deep. In the program, I have all sorts of stuff, but you need to check it out. So again, check it out, Jailbreak Your Heart and Howl at the Moon. Now, I want to talk to you about this full moon in Cancer. Um, as I said, the full moon is about looking at what's lying in the dark, shadowy parts of yourself and nurturing what's there so that it can come into the light, and so that it stops being a hindrance to the things that you desire. Now, notice that I'm really working hard to not tell you to get rid of your shadow. I'm working really hard to tell you to nurture your shadow instead of taking an attitude of, I have to get rid of my shadow, or I have to eliminate what's wrong with me. That's an arcane way of looking at things. It's a limiting, isolating thing that we used to do because we thought that that's what we needed to do. But actually, I think we're learning more and more that integrating and allowing our dark parts actually supports us in being more compassionate. It supports us in being more creative, more fertile, more vibrant, and more alive. And so when we are feeling the shadow self, when we're feeling doubt, when we're feeling fearful, when we're feeling like we just can't, when we're angry, when we're pissed, when we're raging, which are all natural parts of living. When we're doing and having all those experiences, which we call negative, I'm okay using that term negative. Nothing wrong with using the term negative, but we don't want to treat ourselves like we are negative or we are bad because we have those feelings. Nope. We are human, we are vibrant, we are real, we are multidimensional, and we have negative, dark emotions, and we have positive, light emotions. The more we allow those all to flow through us, the more we move up the vibrational scale. And this is why the full moon in Cancer is really important. The full moon in Cancer means that the full moon is rising in the sign of the subconscious, deep emotional self, the divine feminine self. The Let me just step back a little bit and say that the sign of Cancer is the sign of your emotions. It's the sign of your childhood upbringing. It's the sign of your mother, like it represents mother and nurturing. It's the sign of home. So, all of this is contained in the fourth house of the zodiac, or the fourth sector, the fourth life sector. So, when the moon rises full in the fourth life sector, or the sign of Cancer, then it's basically giving us a chance to go back to that part of ourselves and to look at our subconscious self. Now, your subconscious and your unconscious mind is ruled by the moon. So, this is basically saying, hey, let's look at where there are any shadowy or negative or fearful, resistant, dark parts of ourselves that exist around our home, around our upbringing, around our childhood self, around our mother, and around the way we give and receive nurturing. Now, I know a lot of my badass butterflies really aren't they're very good at giving, really good at giving nurturing, but they're not all that good at receiving nurturing. It's true. We prefer to give than to receive, and that in and of itself is a shadow, right? Giving and receiving are like equal. You need both. You need to give and you need to receive. And because of our upbringing, we tend to give more because we feel guilty when we receive. So with this full moon, and he doesn't need to do that. He doesn't need to hurt himself in order to get my attention. I love him. Likewise, if that's your shadow, you hurt yourself, like you have to get hurt in order for you to slow down, in order for you to get attention from yourself, you have to hurt yourself. Stop that. That is not necessary. Just take time to heal yourself, to tune in, and to give yourself what you need without having to to get a debilitating illness or to get a cold or to get a headache. Just check in with yourself and listen to your needs and give yourself what you want. By the way, I want to let you know that if you want a reading during this live stream, I'm going to do readings for you, but I need you to type your reading into the live stream. Oh, another technological snafu that I just ran into. I don't know how to do that on Instagram, and I kind of don't know how to do that on my live stream page. So sorry. No readings today, unless you're on my YouTube channel. If you are on my YouTube channel, then you can totally type in your question and I will happily do a reading for you. Okay. I need to figure this out because it's so much easier just to direct everybody to my live stream page on my website than it is to get folks onto YouTube, because on YouTube, the live stream changes every single week. That means I have to send you a new link every single week. That's a hassle. Whereas if it's just on the live stream page, boom, you have that one link, you go to my live stream page. I got something I know I can do. I can upload a chat wing. I will do that for the next week so that if you're on the live stream page, you can type in your question and be fully interactive. Also, if you're watching on my live stream page, um, if you're in any of my programs, you can always email me your question, and I will read it out. Read out your do your reading during the live stream. I'll have it ahead of time. Okay, so either email me or put it in the chat. Boom, we'll work this out so that, maybe give me a whole month to get my technology together and to kind of work through all these little snafus. Okay. I've got one question coming in from Love Her Productions, and she says, I would like to know about my finances for the next couple of months. Excellent. We will tune in and give you a reading for that. I think that if you are on my Instagram live stream, I think you can type me a message if you want me to do a reading for you. So that can work. This can work, y'all. All right. So I need to tell you also that I've created an outstanding full moon ritual. Um, so to get the full moon ritual, you have to join my Jailbreak Your Heart and sign and Howl with the Moon class because it's a part of the curriculum. So there's a full moon ritual, and then there's a worksheet for each sign. So we have the full moon in Cancer. So there's a full moon in Cancer worksheet that goes along with the full moon ritual. All right. So the class, I'm offering it for free right now. It won't be free for long, y'all. So you need to join that class as soon as possible. Um, you have another month for free. If you join the class now, the class is going to be free for the whole year. But new people signing up after January will have to pay. You'll have to pay the price. You'll have to invest in the program. Now, if you sign up though, it's free. So you get the whole year for free. So sign up now. Jailbreak Your Heart and Howl at the Moon. Okay. So going back to this full moon in Cancer. Um, Let me tune in for a moment. Boom, tuning in. So right now we have the sun in Capricorn, and this is illuminating our ambitions and our goals. And we feel ourselves wanting what we want more and taking action on what we want more right now, because this is a really important time. This is about our life's work. It's about what we give to the world. So if you look at a zodiac wheel, Capricorn is right at the top of the wheel and Cancer is right at the bottom. So this creates a dynamic between these two signs, which says there's something that's related to what we want to give the world, our life's work, our vocation, what we want to dedicate ourselves to. That's the 10th house, that's Capricorn, that's where the sun is. And where the moon is, which is in Cancer, which is our home life, how we were raised. So, in other words, there is a relationship between what you experienced as a child, how you were raised, how you nourished yourself, and what you put out in the world, how you go about your work. So, what we want to do with the sun in Capricorn and the full moon in Cancer is to look at what's blocking us right now. Where do you feel blockages, limited, fearful, doubtful, all those shadowy issues? Now, what you want to do with those shadowy issues is to dive deep into them in meditation. And of course, I go into this in my ritual. But we want to look at all those dark shadows, and we want to love them into balance. Again, we don't want to obliterate them, but we do want to detach from them, because we probably, if these shadows are holding us back, we've formed some sort of a negative attachment to those shadows. So we want to, again, love the shadows, but we want to release our attachment to them. And the way you do that, I put this all in the moon ritual, the full moon ritual. But we want to create an environment of powerful release. So the way you have to do that is by looking at the shadow. And you have to look at the shadow with your intellectual self. You have to think about, what's going on with me in this shadow? How is this negative thing showing up in my life? So let's say, for example, that your shadow is fear. Okay, typical feeling that we feel around the full moon. Fear is very powerful. So how do we let fear affect our lives? Where are we not taking action in our lives because of fear? Where are we not growing intimate because of fear? Where are we not doing things that we know we need to do because of fear? Where are we not handling our business because of fear? Right? An intellectual approach to our shadow. The other thing you have to do is to take an emotional feeling approach to your shadow. So when you have the fear, or when you go toward doing something you don't want to do, like intimacy, let's say you have a fear of intimacy. As you go toward intimacy, someone's coming close to you. You're feeling vulnerable. You've made a mistake, and people are seeing you, and you're feeling vulnerable around that. You have to allow them to see you. This is how you create intimacy within a relationship. You allow them to see you in your vulnerable self. Well, that creates fear in you. What you have to do is go toward the thing you fear. You have to go toward the intimacy. And you can't shut down fear. Okay, I don't feel this fear. I don't feel this fear. No, that's not how you do it. What you do is you go toward the thing you fear. You let the fear arise in you, and you allow yourself to be seen in your fear. That is how you move closer to intimacy. And that is how you become at one. You atone. This is from A Course in Miracles. You become at one with the fear. And so you sit and you say, I am afraid. I'm being seen, and I am afraid right now. And your goose pimples rise, and you feel, your body shakes, and your emotions are running. Your armpits are getting sweaty. Your upper lip is getting sweaty. Your eyes are, your body's shaking because you feel the fear, and you're being seen in intimacy. And the more you breathe into that, you feel at one with the fear. You feel at one with the intimacy. You feel at one with your vulnerability. You notice that there's a joy rising in you and being seen. Your emotions are flowing. I'm here, I'm alive, and I'm safe. This is the work of the full moon. This is the work of being at one and being seen and intimacy, like feeling your feelings, healing your shadow. All of a sudden, intimacy is not so scary anymore. Being seen is not so scary. Like you're at one. So this is what we want to do with our shadow. Instead of pushing down the fear, I'm not afraid. You go about it with, I am afraid, and I'm okay, right? And doing this right now is really important, because the sign of Cancer, while it is about having being about your early childhood and your mother and your home and all those things, it's also about feeling secure and feeling safe. So the sign of Cancer is also ruled by the moon. That's really important for you to know. The sign of Cancer is ruled by the moon. Cancer, for me, is the most important sign in the zodiac because it's ruled by the moon. We need that energy of Cancer to come with us every month. out of the year. We need the moon to come with us every month out of the year because Cancer is our connection to our childhood self. It's the connection to our divine mother. We want our divine mother with us all the time. It's the connection to safety and security. When you feel safe and secure, you thrive wherever you are. You can be in the face of adversity. You can be in the face of your biggest fear. But when you have the sign of Cancer, the full moon, the new moon, the moon, the divine mother, like in your heart, when behind your back, like when she's got your back, you can do it. You can do anything. You can be intimate. You can face, you can go in and ask your boss for a raise. You can go in and make your video for your program. You can um you can be there for your children when they are having a meltdown. You can be there in all your strength to support them and not give away yourself, to not give away your power. So I want to encourage you during this full moon in Cancer, which again, um, January 10th, that's in 2 days, um, practice being with your dark emotions, with your fears, with your negative thinking, with your feelings of inadequacy, with your feelings of illegitimacy, with the lies you've told, the mistakes you've made. Be with those things and allow yourself to be in integrity with them, meaning be honest with them. Don't hide from them. Don't deny them. Just be at one with them. That is the best way to deal with your shadow. So, just to wrap up this, I want to wrap up this live stream. I want to wrap up the teaching part and I want to go into the questions that people might have for me so that I can do the readings. So, just kind of recapping this process that I started. There's the intellectual approach to your shadow where you think about it intellectually and you deal with it intellectually. There's the emotional aspects of dealing with your shadow where you feel the energy, you feel the emotion and you be with it and you allow it, right? You become at one with it. There's also, let's see, so that's mind, emotion, body. Yes. So there are two levels to dealing with this in the body. There's the physical body where you feel the shadow in your body, right? So you scan your body and you notice where you have areas of tension. You notice where things are out of balance in your body, like where you feel, yes, tension, but also where you're not so flexible. Maybe you notice that your hips are tight or you have pain. You notice that you tend to break your toe. I'm sorry, I know that sounds totally wacky, but it's actually pretty common. People tend to get hairline fractures in the same foot when they're running or when they're doing exercise, right? Those things are clues to what's going on in your body. Maybe you notice that your feet and hands are cold. These are clues about your energy in your body. So use those physical clues that you have to help you understand what's happening inside yourself, to make a connection to the next thing, which is your energy, your spirit. So, right? So we have the mind, the body, the emotions, and the spirit, approaching your healing from those four levels. So, with your spirit, you want to tune into what your soul's agenda is. Why are you here on earth? Why did you come to earth? And what experience are you expecting to have from your soul's level? Very often we get caught up in our ego and we think that we're our ego. And actually, the ego is the personality, it's the shell, but your soul inside can have a totally different thing going on. So you need to do work to connect with your soul, to connect with your spirit, to understand why you have these shadows. Why are you even having this experience of pain and suffering? What is that all about? The way you do that is to meditate. Number one, close your eyes, go quiet, and ask yourself, connect with your soul. Duh. The other way to do that, though, another great way, is to look at your soul's agenda, your soul's blueprint, which to me I call your astrology report is your soul's blueprint. Okay, you can get your astrology report, and that will tell you exactly why your soul came to earth. So if you want me to run your astrology report, send me an email and I'll give you a link. It's $20 to get a 30-page report delivered to your email. Very simple way to learn about yourself and to really get in touch with your soul's agenda. Right? Okay. Other ways to get in touch with your soul's agenda, look at your numerology. Look at use your birthday numerology, use your name numerology, use the numbers that you're drawn to. Some people are drawn to the number 11. Yeah, look at what that means numerologically. Some people are drawn to 22, 33, 44, 28, 26. Look at those numbers and find out what they mean. There is significance in those numbers. Colors that you're drawn to. Look at what those different colors mean. Oh, I love purple. Why do I love purple so much? Why do I love pink so much? I love pink. Why do I love pink so much? I love pink. It's my favorite color. Love that color, right? All right. So, boom, that's it for my talking stuff. I'm now going to tune in and look for readings. First, I'm going to peek on Instagram and see if anybody wants a reading. I don't see anything on Instagram. I don't see any comments. So I'm hopping on YouTube. And I know that Love Her has a question. Let's see. Love Her Production says, I would like to know about my finances for the next couple of months. All right. Love Her Productions. All right, I'm going to tune in here. Hold on. Okay, actually, stuff is already coming through. Let's see what's going to come in. Hold on. Okay. Ooh. Okay, so I feel very affirmative about your finances, Love Her Productions. But I want to preface this and say that I am not a good news bear, right? I don't try to just deliver good news. That's not my thing. I like to be honest when I deliver a reading. So just because I'm coming in with positivity for you does not mean that I'm going to be coming in with positivity for everybody. I'm just going to, as a matter of fact, I'm going to raise the stakes on my game today and I'm going to do 2 card readings, all right? We're going to take one card from one of my typical tarot decks, and then we're going to take a card from my new deck that I'm loving. It's from Teal Swan, and it's called Blind Spot. And I haven't gone through the whole deck of the blind spot cards, but all it seems she deals in this deck is your shadow blind spot self. So I'm going to do the reading that I feel for you, and then I'm going to do a reading from her blind spot because that's going to give you the information you need to help you correct your shadow, right? So my first reading is going to come from Druidcraft, and we're looking at what Love Her Productions needs to know about her finances over the next couple of months. And what I'm getting is I'm getting the doorway, but reversed. Okay, so we've got the Two of Wands reversed. Now, upright, the Two of Wands basically says you're thinking about your plans, you're considering what it is you want to create, and you're looking forward. Um, you're looking forward to the future, right? And this is about your energy, yeah? Now, what this reverse card is telling me is that you have already walked through the doorway and you've put something in action already, and you are kind of desperately waiting for something to come through. And Love Her Productions, if you can give me feedback, type it in. If I'm off in any way, you type it in, and we'll kind of dialogue this way, okay? But what I'm getting is that you've put something into motion, and you've been kind of waiting for something to happen, and it's not happened up until now. So this card is telling me a few things. It's saying, number one, it's coming. Number two, I'm getting that it might come at the 11th hour. So here's the challenge for you. Don't give up the position you've been holding. Keep on doing the work. Keep on moving toward the thing you desire. Don't assume that because something hasn't happened, it's not going to happen. As a matter of fact, assume that the thing you are looking for is going to happen. Okay? Oh, Love Her Production says, you're dead on. Awesome. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Okay, good. Because I'm feeling this very strongly, and I feel like this is going to be spectacular for you. And so you need to just keep your faith. Now, let me just hop on to Teal's blind spot cards and tell you what your blind spot might be. This is what you should maybe look for to consider within yourself. Now, I recommend these oracle cards because they are very intelligently written, and they are really about dealing with spiritual blind spots, things you need to know so that you can have the breakthrough you desire. I've been using these cards, and they're really helping me see the things I can't see. They are really helping to hold me accountable to those spiritual blind spots. So the card I've pulled for you is Judgment, and it says, if you have drawn this sigil, your negative judgment in this scenario is making it impossible to get the result you want. So let's see, let me tell you how she explains this, okay? So keeping in mind, Love Her Productions, that we're giving you this information so that you can have the breakthrough you want to have that spectacular outcome that you desire, right? And you've written, sounds about right, self-judgment. You know it. You know it. So it says, so this is about your self-judgment. To have a perspective at all, you must judge. To even call a clock is to judge it as a clock and thus restrict its potential energy to that of a clock. That feels important. You're restricting it by judging it, right? We judge, she says. That's what people do. And judgment, like any tool, can be beneficial to you or harmful to you depending on when and how it's used. We all have a perspective about each other. If you have an opinion, you have judged. Trying not to have an opinion defies life, right? So she's saying, it's okay, go ahead and judge, right? It's the flexibility or the openness of the opinion that makes the opinion either more painful or less painful. And it is our perspectives and individual preferences that fuel universal expansion. Hearing other people's honest perspectives can be very beneficial to our growth and to the expansion of the universe. A great many people try to get rid of all judgment in themselves. This is neither beneficial nor possible. Noticing and changing your painful judgments, the ones that seek to push something away from you, as well as developing a flexibility in your perspective, however, is beneficial. So, if you have drawn this sigil, what you must first understand is that it is painful to negatively judge and disapprove of something for both the giver of the criticism and the receiver. In holding a negative judgment, we must match the frequency of that negative judgment that we are giving. And so we hold ourselves as well as the receiver in a low vibrational chokehold of sorts. So it sounds to me like she's saying that, like, you're holding yourself stuck in whatever that judgment is you have about yourself, and you're not giving yourself a chance to grow, right? So, this is what we do when we try to push away anything in a universe based on the law of attraction. We do not we do nothing but vibrationally join the thing we are pushing against. It becomes included in our vibration. This is why many teachers and guides will tell you to just not accept any negative judgment within yourself and instead adopt the policy that if you don't have something nice to think or say, don't think or say anything at all. This is exactly what I was saying earlier. This is exactly what I was talking about earlier when I was saying you have to, instead of pushing down the fear, you have to just allow it and go into it and feel the fear, right? So instead of pushing, it's like if I can't be nice, I shouldn't say anything at all. No, you should feel the way you feel and allow it to be, right? So so she's saying, yeah, don't try to just make everything nice. Instead, become aware of your own judgments and open the door for growth. There's that doorway again. Open the door for growth, sharing your honest opinion or experience. Even if that opinion or experience is not positive, it provides others the opportunity for growth. So instead of trying to be so nice, just be authentic, be compassionate, right? Be real, be you, be the true you that you are, and allow your judgment to take you and the other person higher, right? um all right, so look, I feel like that's going to be enough. I recommend that people, y'all, buy this beautiful deck of oracle cards from Teal Swan, because the writing is long and I don't want to sit here and read the whole thing out for this live stream. We'll be here all day and I won't get through all my readings. But I definitely recommend this. And I think Love Her Productions, you're going to find that that's helpful in getting you to break through so that you can have the thing that you desire. Now, I want you to check back in with me in a couple months and let me know where you are, because I'm really excited for you. I feel like something good is really coming down the pipeline for you, okay? All right. Okay, there's another reading. Kiss JG. She says, "Hi, everyone. Please share, like, and subscribe. Thank you." Thank you. Is Jamal in love with me? I'm a Taurus and he's a Cancer. Oh, that's nice. And thank you for all the affirmations to like, subscribe, and support my channel. Thank you. I should be doing that. But of course, I need a Taurus to come in and do that for me, because that's what Tauruses do. They come in and they support people. Thank you. Round of applause for all the Tauruses in the house, and particularly for Miss Kiss JG. Now, first off, the first thing that comes to me when I see the question, is Jamal in love with me? He is a Cancer. I'm a Taurus. I'm going to take a card because there are a couple things that are coming in for me, and I want to be really, really, really clear about, show me Jamal and Kiss JG. I'm drawing from the Shadowscapes Tarot. Oh, isn't this interesting? This is the card that you're on YouTube, so I'm going to put this here. This is the card that really represents um, the Taurus for me. It's the Queen of Pentacles. Ah, this woman is really powerful. She holds both the sun and the moon in her mind, and she gives birth to all creation through her heart. He is a Cancer. Ooh, aw. Okay, this is so funny. I'm seeing all sorts of things in this card I've never seen before. So I want to say yes to this. There's definitely a heart in this card that I've never seen before. And the thing that comes to mind is how could he not be in love with you? You're so wonderful. How could he not be in love with you? So, look, I'm going to be very trusting and I am going to say, yes, he's in love with you. And then I'm going to say, let's check out your blind spot. All right. So, pull a card. Ooh, this is interesting. This is a new one, a new card that I've not seen before. It's called Wishing and Willing Harm. So, keeping in mind that with these blind spot cards, they are tuning in to the deepest parts of the subconscious self. And we're doing this on the full moon, right? We're in the full moon period. Full moon period starts about 3 days before the full moon rises, and then you can use it for about 3 days after the full moon rises, right? So we have a 6 day period where we're going to be really kind of like tuning in and feeling the effects of the full moon. So the blind spot cards show us our blind spots, things we are not aware of. So this is so cool. This one, it's like the darker these cards are, the better, right? This one is nice and dark. Wishing and willing harm, okay? So it says, if you have drawn this sigil, you are most likely totally unaware that you are wishing harm on others and or directly and indirectly trying to punish them. It is natural when we have been hurt to want to hurt others. What we are actually doing when we wish harm on someone is to desire them to be forced into a state of empathy. Even if it seems like we are trying to push them away, we are actually trying to bring them closer. Wow. This is so stinking powerful. This, I think that so many of us are functioning at this level, especially in intimate relationships. Oh my God. Push me, pull you. That is what my ex-boyfriends have all said about me. Push me, pull you. Like you're pushing me away, but you're trying to pull me closer. Oh my God, this speaks so, speaks to me. JG says, he hurt me, but I wish him the best. Never wish him the bad. Okay, kiss JG. That this feels that you feel resistant to this card is telling you that you need to really pay attention to this. Keep in mind that what happens on your subconscious is what you don't know that you're doing, right? And we use oracle cards to help illuminate not just what we want to see in our conscious mind, but we need them to show us what we cannot see in our unconscious self. Your unconscious self is your karma. It's what your soul came here for, your agenda. It's your shadow. It's the things that you hide from yourself because it's too painful for you to deal with. So I'm going to suggest that you accept this as a possibility. Just say to yourself, well, what if it is true that on a subconscious level, I don't know it? But what if there is a part of me that really just wants to hurt him? I'm in pain. I want you to be in pain too because I need empathy. This is so human and so real. And to say that, well, I would never do that, or, maybe like, oh, that's not me, that's not my style, that's actually a denial of your humanity. And I'm not sure that that's going to help you grow as a human to deny what is possibly there. So at least consider it, because maybe you came into this lifetime never wanting to hurt anybody. Okay, fine. That's you in this lifetime. But chances are you came in as a human, and part of the human experience is having feelings of revenge, having feelings of wanting to harm. It's normal. What we do with that is a totally different subject, right? As a human, you may not want to take action on it, but it doesn't mean you can't have it. It just means that, yeah, I have that, but I would never hurt him, right? Exactly. Right. So that's what this is about. Okay. Okay. Let's see, Casey. Sometimes I feel to hurting him, but I not that way. I have a good heart. I've been, yes, of course. Yes, and I'm so sorry to hear about your mom. And yes, yeah, girl, Kiss JG, you were telling my story, man. I had to let people go because when my mom died, like a lot of people were not there for me, and I had to let those people go. And you need that support, especially when you lose somebody, and especially when you lose your mom. When a woman loses her mom, it does things with your mind that you can't even begin to, like, it's unfathomable. It's unfathomable. It's really hard to put into words. When I lost my mom, let's see, I lost her in November of 2013. So in November of 2019, that was 6 years ago. And it was well, obviously, it was the hardest thing I've ever had to deal with, but it threw me for a loop. I'm just now coming out of it. It took me 6 years to mourn the loss of my mother, to get over it, to move to a state of health, of mental health. Yes, I was doing things, I was living my life, but I didn't, a woman has to be reborn after her mom dies. And I it took me 6 years. It's like I was in the womb of the death of my mom before I could break out of that tomb and be born again. And I'm just now doing it. So, honey, you are on a big journey. And look at yourself to find out, and just use this as an example, right? We know you're not a malicious person that is going to just outwardly hate on him, but understand that there's a part of you that probably does have a hatred for him. And go to that part of yourself and explore and see if you have a hatred in there. And don't be surprised if you do. Don't deny what's there. And then be with that hatred and feel it, allow it, and be at one with it. And notice that naturally that hatred is going to shift into an incredible love and compassion and freedom, and all the freedom that goes along with it. Okay? Yeah, yeah, exactly. I know. It is very, very hard, darling. I know. I know. I'm right there with you. I'm right there with you, but I'm praying for you. And the universe, the angels are all there for you. This is what we do. You are knee deep in life, and this is what it's about. It's about the pain and the light that comes from really, truly experiencing your pain. All right, beloveds, it's time for me to be done with this live stream. So I'm going to just go through and make sure I didn't skip any questions. But I've got to go ahead and sign off. Meet me here next week. Oh, Aaron, there's a message here from Aaron. It says, Crystalline, I miss you. I miss you too, Aaron. I want to see you. I was hoping to get a message or something I need to know about this upcoming year. Okay, I will do one more read for Aaron for this upcoming year. And then I'm going to sign off. But look, I'm going to be here every Wednesday at 8 o'clock a.m. Pacific Standard Time. All right. Please sign up for Jailbreak Your Heart and Howl at the Moon. I'm offering this program for free. If you sign up now, you're going to get this whole program for 1 year for free. After that, it's going to be thousands of dollars. I shit you not. This is a good program. It's 1 year. My programs are not cheap. I don't promote myself as a low-priced spiritual life coach. I am a highfalutin spiritual life coach who lives in Italy, who's a badass butterfly, who charges a premium price for her programs. The only reason I'm offering this program for free is because my spirit said, offer this program for free, get it up and running, and then get it done this year. Start offering it for your premium price when the time comes in February or March. All right. So if you sign up now, you're getting it absolutely free. You're going to have access to the moon rituals, to the moon worksheets, and all the videos and all the writings, all the stuff that goes along with this very outstanding program. And it includes coaching with me in our monthly coaching um, kaleidoscope get-togethers. All right, there'll be more about that to come. All right, I still have to like type it all up, but that's going to be included. But you sign up now, you're going to be in it for the year for free. Yes, thousands of dollar value offered to you for free. All right. Okay. So, Aaron, in your future, I see, in your future, I see a free class. I'm sorry. I'm silly. All right. Let's take a look at something for Aaron here. Aaron just wants to know about this upcoming year. So we're going to give you some insight here, Aaron. What do we want Aaron to know about this upcoming year? Ooh, Aaron. Oh, yes, this card. Oh my God, this card looks just like Aaron. Oh my God, this is so amazing. The girl there looks just like Aaron. That's such a trip. I love it when spirit is literal. I love it when spirit is literal. Da 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 da. Okay, so this is the Princess of Wands, and she's the young energy of she's vivacious and she's outgoing and she's um, the start of new things. She's energetic, she's smart, she's intelligent, she's witty, she's good with men, she's good. Well, okay, so she's young, so I shouldn't say she's good with boys. She's all eyes are on her, and what she wants to do. Oh, I've only got 2 minutes remaining. I didn't know my live streams were timed. Okay, rats. Okay, so Aaron, how to summarize this? You have a very good year coming. Lots of new energy, lots of new ideas, lots of goodness coming forth. The thing to know is that your energy level is going to be really high. You'll have a very let's see, what else do we want to get from here? What else do we want to say? Okay, this is all very general, but then the question was pretty general too. Oh, you should also expect some good fortune with money and with things that you want to manifest. You should expect good fortune, especially where you are working pretty hard. You should have a lot of good energy there. Also, ooh, you should feel really good around your uterus and your vajayjay. So good relationships should be coming forth for you this year, or breakthroughs in your relationships, connection, intimacy, and sexuality should also be good for you. All right, so look, I'm running out of time. Only 37 seconds remaining. Signing off. You can find a replay of this live stream on my live stream page on my website. Okay. All right. I'm going to go ahead and say goodbye because Lord knows what happens if Instagram cuts me off automatically. I don't know what's going to happen. All right. So signing off. Bye for now.